Hi everybody, welcome back to Rebecca Reads. I'm Rebecca and today I'm wearing my fancy glasses in honor of the character we're going to read about today. Her name is Jenny Sue and the story is called My Travelin' Eye, written and illustrated by Jenny Sue Kostecki-Shaw. Alright, let's get started. Alright, before we begin, we have a note from the author. So we have a note from Miss Jenny Sue about the story and it says, Travelin' eye, or strabismus, is when one eye, or both eyes, misaligns and turns in, out, up, or down. Lazy eye, or amblyopia, is reduced vision, when the brain does not fully acknowledge the images seen by the eye. Jenny Sue has both. All right, can you see? Awesome. When I was born, I came out looking both ways. I remember hearing someone whisper, "She's got a wandering eye." But I prefer to call it a travelin' eye because everywhere it goes, I follow. Sometimes kids make fun of me because I'm looking in two directions at the same time. They say I have iguana eyes. I guess they're right, but I think iguanas are cool. So I must be too. I think iguanas are kind of cool too, don't you? It's kind of like having a twin. My right eye is the navigator. It sees numbers. It's my guide. My travelin' eye is the artist. It sees colors. It's the adventurer. Together, we make a great team. My travelin' eye reminds me to look around and up and down, to smell the flowers, kiss the butterflies, and read the clouds. That's something I love to do, is to look up at the clouds and see what the shapes remind you of. But other times, its wandering nature gets me into trouble. Yoo-hoo, Jenny Sue! Look, Jenny Sue's artist eye is looking at the bird outside the window. One day, my teacher sent a note home suggesting I see an ophthalmologist to fix my eye so it wouldn't stare out the window. No, thank you, I said to my mom and dad. My eye isn't broken. Plus, I was scared to see an ophthalmologist. It's a very long name for a person's job, isn't it? Ophthalmologist. But Mom took me anyway. And there the door says, eye doctor. The ophthalmologist's name was Dr. Dave, and he was quite ordinary looking, to my relief. He asked me to follow his finger around the room with my eyes. Simple, I thought. He began tracing a big circle with his long index finger. My right eye followed his finger to the left, but my travelin' eye went right. My right eye followed his finger up, but my travelin' eye went down. My right eye stared blankly at the big, round, reflective gadget on Dr. Dave's head. My travelin' eye was busy looking at everything else. "You have a genuine lazy eye," Dr. Dave exclaimed. "We must wake it up and set it straight." He stuck a plain round patch over my right eye. He said that should strengthen the lazy eye. But I'm not lazy. He also gave me glasses, big, thick red ones. Everything became mostly black and confusing. Dr. Dave looked so small and so far away. At school, kids pointed. They're saying, hee hee hee, Cyclops, 3 eyes. Letters floated around the chalkboard and I couldn't make sense of them. In math class, my teacher corrected me. 3 bananas plus 3 apples does not equal 6 oranges. At recess, I ran the bases in reverse. On the way home from school, I thought I saw an elephant sitting in a tree. Things just didn't add up. I was lost, and I needed my other eye as my guide. That night I cried myself to sleep and dreamed I sailed far away from everything that made me sad. The next morning, I told my mom how sad I felt. I told her I didn't ever want to go back to school. She thought out loud. Jenny Sue, I think we just have to get creative. And with Mom's help, I made my first fashion patch. Mom always thinks of something. Soon, all the kids at school wanted to wear a fashion patch, but they couldn't, not without a note from their ophthalmologist. This patch isn't so bad, Jenny Sue thought. And the kids say, wow, cool, awesome. Can I wear one of your patches, Jenny Sue? And then this says, no fashion patch wearing without a note from your doctor. That must be Jenny Sue's teacher. Little by little, my world came into focus, and I made a new fashion patch every day. My Travelin eye was far from being a lazy eye. It was busy noticing all sorts of things. Look at some of the patches. This one looks like a soccer ball and a flower. Let's see what else. Oh, a rainbow and a clown over here. This looks like a ship in the ocean, and this one must have been for Halloween. It's a pumpkin, a jack-o'-lantern. Before I knew it, it was time to go back to see Dr. Dave. Well, Jenny Sue, how are you? Dr. Dave asked, staring straight into my lone eye. He instructed me to follow his finger with my Travelin eye. It slowly followed. Then he peeled off my butterfly patch. It took a minute for my right eye to adjust to the light after being in the dark for so long. He asked me to follow his finger again, this time with both eyes. The real test. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. When I opened them, I followed Dr. Dave's finger as it floated around in a giant circle. To the left, up and over to the right, down and back to center. I held my breath, waiting to hear if I passed. Miraculous! Brilliant! It has woken up! My Travelin eye had grown stronger and more confident. I think it just needed some special attention. My one-eye days were over. It was awake all along, she thought. But the glasses, they were here to stay. And that was okay, because they did help me see everything better. Together, Mom and I fashioned up my new glasses. Of course, all the kids at school wanted to wear fashion glasses, but they couldn't, not without a special note from their ophthalmologist. My Travelin eye still wanders sometimes, but that's the true nature of an artist, to see the world in her own unique way. The end. Hooray! What an awesome story we just read together. I think that my favorite part of the story is probably the story's message. And the message is the big idea, or what we can learn from a story. And what I learned reading this story with you today was that it's okay to be different. In fact, it's great to be different because that makes you unique in your own special way. Maybe you're like Jenny Sue and you wear glasses, or you have a Travelin eye. Maybe you have freckles and your friends don't, or maybe you have a different hair color or a different skin color, or maybe your hair is curly or straight, or really, really short or really long. What's really wonderful about our world is that every single person is different and every single person is special. So thank you so much for reading the story today. And I think all we have left to do is to sing our goodbye song. Thanks for stopping by to read a book. I'm so glad that you came to take a look. Reading can be fun, it helps us to explore. We use imagination and so much more. I had so much fun getting to learn with you. See you next time when we read something new. Bye everybody, I'll see you next time.